So let's start with the logistic regression. Now, logistic regression is also known as logistic regression or logistic model. It is a mathematical model used in statistics to estimate or guess the probability of an event occurring having been given some previous data. Logistic regression works with binary data where either the event happens or the event does not happen. Now, logistic regression is a supervised learning classification algorithm used to predict the probability of a target variable. The nature of target or dependent variable is dichotomous, which means there would be only two possible chances. Either it will happen or it will not happen. Logistic regression is basically a supervised classification algorithm. In a classification problem, the target variable or output y can take any discrete values for a given set of features or inputs. Now, the algorithm is used for dependent variables, that is categorical. Y is modeled using a function that gives output between 0 and 1 for all values of x. In logistic regression, the sigmoid called logistic function is used. Now, logistic regression is a statistical method for predicting binary classes. The output or target variable is dichotomous in nature. For example, it can be used for cancer detection problems. It computes the probability of an event occurrence. That means it will always have only binary options. Either it will happen or it will not happen, true or false. That is the situation. It is a special case of linear regression where the target variable is categorical in nature. It uses a log of odds as the dependent variable. Logistic regression predicts the probability of occurrence of a binary event utilizing a logit function. Logistic regression can be used for various classification problems such as spam detection, diabetes prediction, if a given customer will purchase a particular product or not, whether he will churn out to another competitor, whether the user will click on a given advertisement link or not. So such where it is yes or no, true or false, so that kind of situation is there. So in that situation, logistic regression is very comfortably used. Now, logistic regression is a simple and commonly used machine learning algorithm for two-class classification. It is easy to implement and can be used as the baseline for any binary classification problem. Its basic fundamental concepts are also constructive in deep learning. Logistic regression describes and estimates the relationship between one dependent binary variable and independent variables. Now, linear regression versus logistic regression. Now, the linear regression gives us a continuous output, but logistic regression provides a constant output. That is why it is dichotomous. That is either this or that. An example of a continuous output is house price. That is either you will purchase or you will not purchase. But stock prices maybe you can have a continuous kind of a changes in the stock market. Examples of the discrete output is predicting whether a patient has cancer or not, predicting whether the customer will churn. Linear regression is estimated using ordinary least squares, while logistic regression is estimated using maximum likelihood estimation approach. So that is the difference between the two. Maximum likelihood estimation versus least square method means the MLE is a likelihood maximization method, while OLS, that is ordinary least square, is a distance minimizing approximation method. Maximizing the likelihood function determines the parameters that are most likely to produce the observed data. From a statistical point of view, MLE sets the mean and variance as a parameter in determining the specific parametric values for a given model. This set of parameters can be used for predicting the data needed in a normal distribution. Now, ordinary least square estimates are computed by fitting a regression line on given data points that has the minimum sum of the squared deviations, least square error. Both are used to estimate the parameters of a linear regression model. MLE assumes a joint probability mass function, while OLS doesn't require any stochastic assumptions for minimizing data. sigmoid function. The sigmoid function, also called logistic function, gives an S-shaped curve that can take any real valued number and map it into a value between 0 and 1. If the curve goes to positive infinity, y predicted will become 1, and if the curve goes to negative infinity, y predicted will become 0. The output of the sigmoid function is more than 0.5. We can classify the outcome as 1 or yes. If it is less than 0.5, we can classify it as 0 or no. If the output is 0.75, we can say in terms of probability that there is a 75% chances that patient will suffer from cancer or whatever is the. So types of logistic regression: binary logistic regression. The target variable has only two possible outcomes, such as spam or not spam, cancer or no cancer, things like that. Multinomial logistic regression: the target variable has three or more nominal categories, such as predicting the type of wine. Then ordinal logistic regression: the target variable has three or more ordinal categories, such as restaurant or product, rating from 1 to 5. So these are the basic difference between the three types of logistic regression, right? So this completes the logistic regression, and we will now move on to the next topic. Thank you.